Yeah, he might have to reboot. We're live. Come on in. Hope you're out there. Come on in, folks. The chat is live, so come on in. Glenn is here. Are you there, Glenn?
No sound.
Still no sound? We can hear you fine.
Carry on then. Carry on.
If you don't have any sound, go through and reboot. I'll bring you back in.
He can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
He can't hear you.
Are you there? I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hey.
I had to throw you out and bring you back in order to get you working right. Silly. That's
that happens a lot,
Glenn.
I know.
Happens to me a lot anymore.
All the time, thrown out of pubs, clubs, restaurants.
You know, I was thrown out of a pub 4 hours before I was 18.
Ah,
Mate, you're a trendsetter.
Yeah,
there
I
you
told
go.
I told everybody at college I was going to get thrown out, and I was. I didn't do it on purpose. I just was thrown out this, what you might call a men's drinking pub,
Establishment.
a proper pub. And I went to the bar and I said, went to the bar and asked for 2 pints, one for me and my mate. And this guy says, when you're 18, and I just sort of ignored him. He says, when you're 18, get the fuck out of here, And I was 18. It was 9:30, and I was 18 at 12:30.
Oh man.
So there you go.
Funny. Coming in, folks. Dave's in the house. Genuine Comics. Good morning.
Yo,
gentlemen.
Dave.
Starting late, but glad you're here, Dave. Glad you're here. We got a great book to look through today. Something I didn't know what to do, so I just pulled a book off the shelf, and it was a great one. So here we go. Running the opening, and then we'll get stuff underway. Everybody's had last minute reboots and electrical failures and who knows what else.
It's that comet that's coming, that S59B or whatever.
3i Atlas.
Is that what it is?
That one as well, yeah.
They were saying, I think last night, that it's changed course for some reason.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out why. It's
Because
coming at us. It's coming right
They
at us.
fired the retro rockets. That's
Because
why.
it's a spaceship, that's why it's changed course.
Okay. Well, that also explains why we're not getting any official photographs from the thing, because they don't want us to know that
It's
not
probably
real.
changed course in the opposite direction after
Maybe.
listening to the television.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is this shit? These people are mad. We're off.
You're getting the hell out. Gotta run. All right, here's the opening.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
Got the opening right, at least. Might be time for a new opening too. So if I ever get around to it. It's been a crazy week for me. We are celebrating Christmas this weekend with the immediate family, and then next weekend with the wife's large family. That's why we made all those tamales. Anyway,
Christmas every day at my house.
Is it good? It should be. Should be good.
No, it's not good.
Okay. I was hoping. Folks, I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. Real glad you're here. Arrow Comics, been doing comics since the 80s. Just love comics. That's why we do this podcast, just to look over great sequential art. And like I said, we've got Dave Stevens, Rocketeer, today, so it's going to be really good. Joining me is Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. You've probably never heard of me before, but I write books. This book is about my trip to see Jack Kirby at his house. I draw comics. This is my character Hatch. And this is the annotated book that shows you published and unpublished work. He's been around about 40 years now, so he's getting on a bit like me. And sometimes I publish magazines about comics. This is Comics Unlimited. It's got lots of articles and interviews in it. Randy and Russ are both in there somewhere, one or two of the issues. So you can check all those out on Amazon and all that kind of thing. But just Google my name and you'll find me.
Got 3 or 4 of them in there. through a couple articles.
Yeah.
All sorts of fun. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name's Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK. I'm currently producing Atlantean. If you want to find out more about that, go to russleach.com. Sign up for the email list. Issue 4 will be available for funding in spring next year, so February time next year. If you want to pick up issues 1, 2, or 3, they are already at places like Amazon or Critical Blast's own website. So remember to go to russleach.com and check out the email list. It's dead easy to sign up for. And this week, I've just returned from Scotland yesterday.
Cool.
And I went, I ticked off, I had a bucket list thing that I needed to tick off. And I didn't even know that I was going to do that because I wandered into Forbidden Planet and just to have a look around and picked out a book with my name on it.
Oh, wow.
That was really, really cool. So to be able to go into
That's
Forbidden
cool.
Planet and pick out a book that had my name on the credits was just like, yes, big tick. That's it. I've done that now. So I was quite pleased and we had a nice time. So if you want to find out more about my special journey, okay, go to russleach.com, sign up for that email list, and maybe I'll pop in a little picture of what I found in Forbidden Planet in the next email.
Did you tell the team there who you
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like, do you know this is me? Do you know who I am? No. I quietly looked at it and went, oh, look, this is me, and then walked out of the shop.
You didn't offer to autograph it or nothing, huh?
No. I'm not that kind of person.
Too embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah. All the craziness. It's nice. It's always cool to see yourself on the shelf, though.
I can sign this for you. And they're like, who are you?
Yeah.
Why do we need
exactly.
it signed? I think if you sign it, you may devalue the book. Please leave before we call security.
Don't forget there, you're an invader, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Get out your Sassenach.
The
that.
Rocketeer.
Look at that.
Collected in 1985.
Wow.
Was this because the film came out or something?
No, they collected this. This was in the back of it originally started as an anthology book because Stevens couldn't do a regular comic. So it came out in little chapters. His origin story did in 5 little chapters in an anthology book. I can't even remember what that was. Eclipse Presents, maybe.
But what I mean is the reprint was the reprint done because of the movie was on? Yeah,
I don't think so. I think this is before the movie. I'm not
right.
exactly sure when the movie came out, but there's no movie reference in the book.
I think the movie came out in about 2003, didn't it? With
was it?
I think Jude Law was in it, wasn't he?
Oh,
Campbell. Leonardo.
Campbell played, yeah. No, it was Campbell and what's her name? Oh man, let me pull it up on IMDb here.
I thought they did one in the 80s.
The actor's last name is Campbell. Let me check and see when that was done. I know Disney owns the property. When Disney took it for the movie, they made Steven sign over all the rights. And they have since gone out of their way to screw with it. 1991 was when the movie came out. Jennifer Connelly and Billy Campbell. Billy Campbell was the main character.
I'm thinking the wrong film, aren't I?
Are you thinking of Sky Captains and the Masters of the Universe?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I hope this Rocketeer film was better than that.
Yeah. That was
actually, I thought
that was really
slow.
early on, wasn't it? That was when they was just starting to put CGI backgrounds, and everybody acted on a blue screen for that whole film. And
that was Jude Law and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah,
that was 2004.
That was the one. Yeah.
2004. This was 1991.
Because I always remember they were flying around New York, and I know New York quite well, and they were always flying in the wrong direction. And when whichever way they were flying, they were always the the Empire State Building was in the background.
Mm.
Somebody didn't do their due diligence.
The
Or they just didn't.
jaw law diligence. Jude law diligence.
Yeah. Well, he just looked pretty, didn't he?
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Lovely.
Again, the great Dave Stevens in all his glory.
Great, isn't it? Look at that.
It's kind of what Dave Stevens looked like.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's drawn himself there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't
Page
the-
as a love interest.
Isn't the girl his girlfriend as well? Didn't he model for her?
No,
For the
I don't
for
think
the
so.
poses.
I think he ended up married Brink Stevens. She kind of looks like, oh yeah, maybe for the poses. Yeah, that would be surprising. His wife was lovely. Introduction by Harlan Ellison. Pointing out the obvious. Betty Page. Early Aviators. There you go. April 1938, it looks like.
Bong.
You see that all right? It looks a little
yeah, it's okay.
glaring.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
I don't like the way I've never liked word balloons that don't have an edge on, if you understand what I mean. The way they all lead, I don't like that.
Drop the sides here. Yeah.
I think it separates it too much.
Yeah. I think that's something that Simonson started. At least that's the first time I noticed it.
Yeah, and what does he know? He's rubbish, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. We've only spent many episodes looking through his stuff.
I know. One of the best.
One of the very best.
So, did Dave Stevens create this then?
Yes. This is
And
all
he signed
him.
it, and he gave it all the way to DC. So I signed it.
No, he gave it all. He signed it all the way to Disney.
Sorry, to Disney. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He didn't come up with the Rocketeer.
Disney
Isn't
always-
the Rocketeer an older character than that?
Though that it's kind of a derivative from I think it's Radar Men in the Moon that had a flying guy in it. That was a serial on Saturday mornings at the theater around the 30s.
Yeah. He looks
Didn't
like
quite
a
have that
Cyberman.
helmet though. It was
like
close.
a Cyberman, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. The colouring on this doesn't work for me. These drawings are too good to be in colour.
Yeah, it's really dark there. Well, this is just as Photoshop color was coming in, I think. That's what it looks like to me.
What, 1985?
Graduated, yeah. Graduated tones. It's pretty solid. If they did it mechanically, it's pretty awesome. Except it is dark, like
Yeah.
you said. It's a nice face. Looks like an old canister vacuum cleaner. His jetpack does. Dave, I think, came up as an apprentice for Russ Manning. Got his start there. You see a lot of similarities in his style. He's had a great, unique look right out the bat, you know. I don't think there's a bad Dave Stevens illustration out there.
No.
He probably made all of his mistakes with Manning's work. There is like an overcast of gray and brown on this, isn't there? That's a character, though. It's such a great shot.
Foosh.
One of the best. Iconic. These are in very short chapters. It's not a very, very big book. That's why you're seeing my hand a lot. Try to keep it straight. Russell. Great stuff.
Some of
This
those
does
faces,
basically follow the movie. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
movie. Yeah.
Say
I
what?
say the faces to me and the poses. It reminds me of Norman Rockwell, that kind of style.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Some nice yellows there.
Oof.
Look, they made it. A little hard on the gray tone there. Yeah, you're right, though. I think IDW did a artist edition of this work in black and white.
Right.
Should grab that and compare it. I don't have it. I don't have it here, but I'm pretty sure that they did it at one point. It's just a nice page in general. The expression.
Oh my God.
Love the bangs. Hold on. That's your face it, tiger. You've hit the jackpot pose right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Russ had to step out for a second.
Look at that. Wow.
Oh, come on.
Look at that drawing at the end there where he's lying on his back. How good is that?
Yeah.
Those shoes. Look at those shoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's still learning to fly.
Get lost. That's that pose there at the top is smoke me a kipper, I'll be back at 11. You know, what's he called in Blackadder?
Yeah. It's a real pulp serial heroic pose.
Yeah.
From the very 30s.
And it's a bit corny as well. So if you read what they're saying, it's but it's all done in that style, isn't it?
Yeah. Intentionally. Yeah. There's blood. She's standing right on the panel border here.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. So many, there's a lot of really nice touches with this. Not really a bad panel in the book or in the story.
There's your cliffhanger, like on the Saturday morning shows with the car
Yep.
going over the edge. Although that one did. Usually they veer away, don't they, on the next episode?
Yeah.
Like when Batman's fighting somebody, they fall out just before he goes over the edge.
Yep. Great shot. Nice too. Yeah. Grass, just solid silhouette. Don't need to put all the detail in. Takes away from the main action. Very tight panels too. It's not like he was doing decompressed storytelling on this.
Did he work on any superheroes? I'm not too familiar with his.
No, not that I'm aware of. Hang on here just a second, and I will try calling him up on the wiki and see. I think Rocketeer is the biggest thing he did outside of a bunch of covers. Let's see. Let me look him up. Activated the jetpack. Hey, just a sec, Slam. All right, I will. I won't be back to bother you anymore, Slam. That's no need for backgrounds there.
No, it's fantastic.
Dave Stevens, American illustrator. Such a young guy. Passed way too early. Born in 1955, passed in 2008. American illustrator and comic artist, he was most famous for creating the Rocketeer comic book and film character, and for his pinup glamour art illustrations, especially of model Betty Page. He was the first to win the Comic-Con International's Russ Manning Most Promising Newcomer Award in 1982, and received both the Inkpot Award and the Kirby Award for Best Graphic Album in 1986. That's what we're looking at here. Award-winning graphic album. 8 panels on a page. 10 panels, 9 panels on a page.
Those good aeroplanes.
Yeah, that's good everything. The only other interior art I remember him doing was a spirit. He's done a couple of spirit stories.
Yeah, I remember seeing those.
Starting in 1977, he drew storyboards for Hanna-Barbera's animated TV shows, including Super Friends and the Godzilla Power Hour, with Godzuki probably. There he worked with comics and animation veteran Doug Wilde. There you go.
Age 22.
Yeah. For the rest of the decade, he continued to work in animation and film, joining the art studio of illustrators William Stout and Richard Hescox in Los Angeles, working on projects such as storyboards for George Lucas and Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow.
And pop singer Michael Jackson's video Thriller.
Wow. Done some work then.
Then the wiki goes into an explanation as to who the Rocketeer was. So that first comic book featuring the Rocketeer was released in 1982. Those first stories appeared as a second feature in issue number 2 and 3 of Mike Grell's Pacific Comics Star Slayer series. Okay, and I stand corrected. It was in the back of Star Slayer. For the next 2 installments, Stevens' feature moved to the anthology comic entitled Pacific Presents number 1 and 2. The 4th chapter ended in a cliffhanger that was later concluded in the lone Rocketeer comic released by Eclipse Comics. The character was then continued in the Rocketeer Adventure magazine, with 2 issues being published in 88 and 89 by Comico Comics. A 3rd and final issue was published 6 years later in 1995 by Dark Horse. Stevens' extensive background research and meticulous approach to his illustrations contributed to the long delays between Rocketeer issues. The first completed storyline was then collected into a graphic novel by Eclipse Comics in both trade paperback and hardcover formats, and simply entitled The Rocketeer. The second storyline was collected into a glossy trade paperback graphic novel by Dark Horse called Rocketeer, Cliff's New York Adventure. IDW Publishing announced a hardcover edition collecting the Rocketeer series for the first time. Due originally in 2009, Stevens' Rocketeer Complete Adventures would contain all new coloring. I don't even know if that come out. No, it's a deluxe hardcover edition. I guess it did. There's an ISBN number. The deluxe edition sold out almost immediately upon publication, and IDW announced a second printing. In 2011, IDW launched an all-new Rocketeer comic book series illustrated by various artists called Rocketeer Adventures. Stevens began developing Rocketeer for a theatrical film proposal in 1985 and then sold the rights to his character to the Disney Company. After the release of Batman, movie studios rushed to produce similar properties that had not been fully greenlit. During this time, Stevens created costume illustrations for the Flash TV series, which were built by Stan Winston Studios. Same year, principal photography commenced on The Rocketeer, and the film was released in 1991. It was directed by Joe Johnston, starred Campbell and Connolly, Timothy Dalton. Steve has a hands-on co-producer of the film. Received a mixture of highly positive and lukewarm reviews and disappointing domestic ticket sales, ensuring no immediate sequels would follow. Stevens always felt that a majority of the problem was that the studio's movie poster and promotional graphics were over-stylized and vague and didn't convey to people that what the film was about. After the Disney Company purchased the Rocketeer character for film production, comics artist Russ Heath illustrated promotional film tie-in. Artist Russ Heath illustrated a promotional tie-in graphic novel, The Rocketeer, the official movie adaptation, based on their feature film. I guess because Stevens was too busy to do it or didn't want to do it. Following The Rocketeer, Stevens worked primarily as an illustrator on a variety of ink and painted illustrations for book and comic book covers, posters, prints, portfolios, and private commissions, including a number of covers for Kamiko's Johnny Quest title, and a series of 8 covers for Eclipse comics featuring characters such as Airboy and the DN agents. Yeah. The Eclipse covers were also published in the form of large posters. Many of his illustrations were in the good girl art genre. He also returned to art school to study painting.
See that? See that left-hand page where your finger is, where he's running towards you at the bottom. That one, the long one. That face, that face reminds me of Ed Norton. Just his mouth. But anyway,
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, she's tied up and kicking back. That's nice. A little movement there. It's great stuff.
It's brilliant. Look at that. Oh, dear.
Outbase that plane. Going to shoot it down. Or
I don't know about that being his girlfriend. I'm pretty sure he's drawing Betty Page into it, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He probably used his girlfriend for poses, though.
Right.
She did have that figure. Before his death in 2008 from hairy cell leukemia. Never heard of it. I've heard of leukemia. I've never heard of it. Hairy cell leukemia. Stevens was working on a career retrospective collection of his work with editors Arnie and Kathy Fenner, entitled "Brush with Passion: The Life of and Art of Dave Stevens." The book was published the same year in a regular hardcover as well as deluxe slipcased hardcover edition. In addition, very limited signed and leather-bound proof copies were also published from Underwood Books. And I don't even know if that's still available. I've never seen a copy of it anywhere. 1980, Stevens married longtime girlfriend Charlene Brinkman, also known as horror film scream queen Brink Stevens. Their marriage ended in divorce just 6 months later, though she
loudly.
Yeah. Just 6 months later, though she later modeled for Stevens. Yeah, following several years of struggling with uncommon hairy cell leukemia, which caused gradual reduction in his artistic output. Stevens died on March 11th, 2008 in Turlock, California. Stevens' work has had a significant influence on comic book illustrators, among them, of course, Adam Hughes. His style looks a lot like that. Artist Laura Molina, with whom Stevens had a romantic relationship in the late 70s, used him as the subject of her controversial Naked Dave series of paintings. In November 3rd, 2022, Samuel Goodwin Films announced they acquired the distribution rights to the feature-length documentary Dave Stevens Drawn to Perfection. Has anybody seen that out there? The documentary? Let us know.
I think I've seen it. I'm sure that one of his girlfriends was interviewed on it. That's why I said about her posing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Selected works: Rocketeer, Just Teasing, Ursus Imprints, Rocketeer, Cliff's New Adventure, Vamps and Vixens, The Seductive Art of Dave Stevens. Dave Stevens selected sketches and studies from Bulldog Studios, Brush and Passion, The Art of Dave Stevens, and Dave Stevens' Rocketeer, The Complete Adventures by IDW Publishing in 2010. So they must have printed a complete volume of the stuff. So Dave is quoted as saying, "Well, I do expect a lot of myself, a harsh critic, because I know what I'm capable of. I've hit those occasional peaks amongst the valleys, but the peaks are so few. Things like genuine flashes of virtuoso brush inking, like I have never executed before or since. I can count on one hand the number of jobs where I've been able to hit that mark. The same with penciling. Sometimes it just flows, but more often than not, it's pure physical and spiritual torment just to get something decent on paper. I often get very discouraged with the whole creative process." Wow.
Yeah, well, that's sort of sad but good to know, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah,
that's what I feel like.
Yeah. I think everybody feels like that one point or another.
I mean, I'm not half as good as this guy, but I must admit I do feel the same.
Yep, I hear you. William Stout is quoted as saying, "Dave had more artistic integrity than anyone I've ever known. He always marched to his own drummer, whether it benefited him financially or not. He turned down many lucrative job offers, including a monthly pinup assignment for Playboy offered by Hugh Hefner as a replacement for their regular Alberto Vargas feature. When they didn't jibe with his own highly personal vision of what he should be doing as a businessman, Dave often drove his close friends nuts. We'd watch in astonishment at the riches passing him by." William Stout.
That plane's a great design, isn't it? It's just a big engine, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. 2, 5, 7, 8, 10 panels on that page. 8 panels on this page.
It's little Alan Davis as well.
Yeah,
I can see that in there. Absolutely.
I think
he's got a bit of a look to his stuff.
Looking at the girl, Wally Wood would have had a
good,
a good point of view on this one, wouldn't he?
Yep. I think Betty's been in that pose at least a dozen times, right there.
Yeah. Look at those hands at the last panel coming out to get him. Look, coming out of the dark.
Yeah.
Whoa. Creeper.
There.
Wow.
Great pose. Always loved that Bulldog Cafe.
Yeah.
That explains a lot that he did that and he worked under Doug Wilde, because it kind of looks like Bandit from Johnny Quest. Always thought it did. I didn't realize that he had worked with Wildy or Wildy. I've got a graphic novel Western by him too that we'll look at sometime this next year. But a lot of that graphic novels photo reference from old Westerns. It's just some great shots here. Yeah, this really makes me want to go out and get the artist edition just to see it
fantastic.
blown up in black and white. Dave's still in the house. Skip Edwards is in the house. You doing, Skip? Hey, hey. Jun Yun says hello. Skip says, hey, Dave. It's cool to see your own work in his shops. Almost surreal. Yep, it always is, but it's a great thing to see. Invincible also uses those word balloons merging in with the panel borders. I think it works, and it can even create a bit more room for the visuals. It kind of shoves them off to the corner, but like Glenn says, it does separate them too, so alienates them almost.
And they don't do it every time.
No.
So
Marvy in the house? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Glenn. Didn't mean to step on you. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I'm just saying they don't. If you look at the top two tiers on the right hand side, the last where the dog is, that bubble doesn't. That has the line on it. Yet the one above doesn't. Strange.
Yeah.
I think it's either one or the other. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem to be following any rules. Of course, he had a lot of open space here, so it'd be worth it to plant it farther in. And then here, of course, you wanted that to be the focus. There's Aunt Betty there, so you move everything up and out of the way.
Look at that. She says, I'm going to be tied up this afternoon. Don't tell me. More art photos.
Cliff, don't. We've been through that. Why don't you call me back tonight, okay? I'll think about it. That must be the summation of his relationships then, as tenacious as this main character.
Yeah.
Greetings, Senator. This comic is awesome. Thanks, Marvy. Thanks for being in the house. So I loved the movie. Very underrated. Yep, it was. Disney was suffering and suffered for quite a while, and still, depending upon who you talk to, still suffers from a real bad marketing department. And there was a whole slew of movies in the 80s and 90s, even the early 2000s, that got treated like crap because their marketing department didn't know how to promote it. Sorcerer's Apprentice, Tomorrowland, the Rocketeer here. There's a number of them. John Carter, I think, is the most egregious example, because that should have been a big blockbuster movie, and it didn't make much money at the box office.
Did he design the logo? Do we know?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did everything on this. This is his baby. Nope. Such a tight spine on this book. Almost makes me wish it was saddle stitched. I didn't happen to think about that when I pulled it off the shelf. And this here, these two guys in the car, these two thugs.
Yeah.
That's Ham and Monk from Doc Savage.
Right.
Big characters from back in the 30s. It's exactly what they looked like too, or the way that they were described in the books. I'd have loved to have seen him on a Doc Savage story. Would have been crazy good. One of these days, they'll end up doing a decent movie of Doc Savage, but who knows? Maybe not.
No, they won't.
Oh, there we are.
Wow.
That's what the page says. It's just a classic pose or poster there too.
Fantastic.
Oh man, sorry, bumped it with my head.
The guy there with his hands on his hips looks like Funky Flashman type of pose, doesn't he?
He does. It looks like Stan Lee from that time period. Maybe a little thicker face, not by much though. You really look like Lee.
Well, that was Funky Flashman, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little ham. There's a little monk. It's funny. Another great shot right there. Convenient coloring.
Yeah. Tear his arms off.
I wouldn't be surprised if he took a photo or if they had a photo reference of Stan Lee in that pose that he drew in there. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Open up. Silhouette there.
I think that's probably why he took a long time doing his work, to be fair, because I think there's a lot of photographic reference in this stuff. The poses,
Yeah. Well, again, it was his baby, so.
Yeah.
Which really astonishes me that he must have wanted the movie done so bad he was willing to give up the rights for it. They'd have to license the character from Disney before they did any other editions once they owned it.
Why would they insist on taking it off him?
That was policy for Disney back then. They wouldn't do a movie unless they owned complete rights for it so that they could merchandise it.
And not give you any of the money. And not give you anything.
Greed and control. That's
Just
normally the
little slice.
reasons for any of these things.
Yeah.
Sorry for the hands, folks.
So he'd sign it away, then not be happy with what they did and probably regret signing it away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. It depends what he, if he thought the film was all right and he's all about the art, then it may be that, he took the payment and went, right, well, this is the final resting place of this that I've created. I got to millions, literally millions of people via the film. Yeah, even though the film wasn't hugely successful, he definitely got to a lot more people than have read a comic book.
Right.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, his job was done. He got what he wanted out of it. And I would imagine he was paid reasonably well. So, it's on to other things. If somebody came to me, it would be terrible if they ruined it. So as much as the film wasn't necessarily perfect, it did have a lot of it was like a fun movie, and the character remained fairly intact. And back then there wasn't as much ideology being shoved into general entertainment as there is now. So it could just be a fun movie. And from that, if I could do something like that, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I've been paid. I can see that character it delivered what, and that's what we're all about. It's about communication. It delivered it to a vast number of people. People now know, even 30 years later, there are still people that know who the Rocketeer is.
Yeah.
So it's like job done. Job done. Go move on. Do something else. Yeah. It's so I can see why you'd do it. I can see why you do it. If somebody came to me and said, right, we're going to make a show out of Only Death Can Save Us. It's going to be a Saturday morning cartoon show like He-Man, Master of the Universe. And we guarantee there's no silliness. It's just fun. I'd give up. I'd go, yeah, take it.
Yeah,
because I'd know that my character would have got to all those people.
I said a while back, if
Yeah,
somebody
it would
offered
be
me
cool.
a few quid for Hatch, I'd let them have it. They can do what they want with it.
Yeah, because you go on and you make something else. That's the whole point of being creative.
I wonder if
very
he
true.
kept his artwork. I wonder if they wanted that as well.
I would imagine he kept his art.
Yeah, I
mean,
imagine he would too.
You know,
Do you know that top right, the right hand page, right, the top right hand panel? Do you know who I just suddenly saw in this role that would be awful, but it would work from a visual point of view? Tennant.
yeah, David Tennant would have. Yeah, he certainly would have been very similar to the way this guy looks. Yeah,
Yeah,
Younger.
it's a pity
Yeah.
he's gone mad.
apparently, yeah.
Tenet.
Tennant.
Well, and one of the other big drawbacks for signing away your rights. Oh, come on. Where is it here? I just had it. Scale. All right. It's that one.
Oh, right.
One of the other big drawbacks of signing away your rights is you don't have any control over the character. So
I
if
don't
they
care.
decide to DEI it and turn it into a girl and do it animated, you're out
Yeah,
of
but
luck.
once you've had that film, once the film's been done, and
Yeah.
it's the pinnacle of what you wanted for the character.
Yeah.
After that, yeah, so yeah, destroy it, whatever. It's up to you. You've sold it.
Right.
You've made a success out of what you've done. You created something. You've got
Yeah.
your message to as many people as you can, and then that's job done. Move on, do something else. Take the money. You've got to balance these things, haven't you?
Yeah.
They can't take what they. Okay, if you sell a character off, they can do whatever they want to the character and ruin it. Okay, but you then got the money. They can't take your creativity away. They can't stop you from making something else now that you've got the money. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I think it's a balancing act, and that is,
Yeah.
isn't that the way all creatives work? It's a balancing act. So
Another great shot there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
love that helmet he's got going on there. That's
Yeah.
a bit 2000 AD-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doug from Arsenic Lullaby says, and that's not the one I wanted. Where is he up here? He's just asking, Marvy in the house? Sorry, Doug. I was going to run that, and my thing jumped. Hey.
My
Who's
think
in the house?
jumped.
My
My
chat
think.
thing jumped. I think.
My think jumped.
Greetings,
got it
sinners.
right
It's comic. It's
First
awesome.
time.
Yeah. It's been that kind of week for me. Hi. Hard to tell from my screen. Is that colored with watercolor? You think? I'm not sure because this might be
No.
too early for Photoshop. But man, them gray tones, shadow work looks pretty Photoshopish to me. But I could be wrong. It could just be the colorist.
It's not
There's
been
some really
recolored
beautiful-
for this presentation.
No, I don't think this is been
I'd
recolored.
say that the highlight on his nose there in that round panel,
Yeah.
that looks like a brush, doesn't it?
Where? Here?
In the round panel on the right hand side, the round panel. That's it. Yeah, is the highlight on his nose and the greys. It does
Pretty
look brush
solid.
like.
It's pretty solid here. I'm not seeing a lot of brush strokes. I see some beautiful gradient tones, though. It's doing some great-
Photoshop was released in 1990. This is 1985, so it won't be.
Okay.
Photoshop.
No, so it certainly is not Photoshop. Yeah.
It must have been hand colored then. Yeah. Thanks for looking that up, Glenn.
Okay. That's a great shot. That first panel, isn't it? That gun on his face.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Doug says exactly no matter what happened with the film, the name boost, his actual work. You get the money and the clout. Yep. It's another great shot.
Oh Lord, no! Look at that plane, isn't it fantastic? Well,
Yeah.
he's drawn little stubby planes, doesn't he? I bet that couldn't fly, you know. Got those wheels.
That was the model of the 30s, though. I'm pretty sure it's an actual airplane. Yeah, that he referenced that from. Some great shots there. Yep, definitely painted here. With these highlights, you can tell. Yeah. Oh,
look at that! Look at that to the left, the bottom left, where he's looking down on the wing.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Great.
That's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. But that would take a little bit of work to get right. I love how he uses the clouds for negative space there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah.
Really smart.
Definitely thinking about the color there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just the black ink. He's thinking about the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Can I show you something here? I've never seen this. I've never seen this comic book before, but I just want to show you this, if you can, with regard to that shot. This is from Hatch the Next Day.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to bomb him.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't seen that before. So he stole it from me. Look at that aeroplane. Look at that green one. Isn't it fantastic? I don't think that could fly. It's a flying wing, isn't it? It's like I guess it's like a B-2.
Well, they had all sorts of weird designs back then.
Yeah, no tailplane. But you're right in saying that it's kind of the thing that stands out to me about that green aeroplane there is the fantastic design. But like you said, it's very 30s, isn't it? Which is what he's basing it on, type of technology type of thing. But it's just
Very
wonderful.
so.
It's just wonderful.
Yep. And his stubby plane there really reminds me of the old auto gyro that they used to have. They had a plane that was stubby like that could do a vertical liftoff like a helicopter.
Yeah, what those planes called that they use in the war and the carriers, the Americans, are they Mustangs or something? I don't know what they're called. But it looks like that big engine reminds me of one of those P-51 or something. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, all the weight's right there in that engine in front.
Yeah. This is what I would describe as a romp, this comic. So I'm figuring that the film would be the same, hopefully.
For adventure.
Yeah.
He's got a villain leaning against the door here, and he's Rocketeer's on the outside. He ends up opening the door up. Whoop, whoop.
Look at his face. Oh shit! That's his loss. I hope that wasn't the pilot.
Classic.
I like the way it's got a door handle on it. Look at that,
yeah,
door handle on it. Oh dear.
Doug says panel 3 on that right-hand page is fantastic. Here. What was he? He might have been talking about the page before. Let's see. 2, 3. That's not bad either. It's really not a bad panel in the book. Some great stuff, though. Answer me, Heinrich.
Poor old Heinrich. Look at that look on his face there. Like, shit.
Yeah. How do you show terror through the eyes? There you go. Oops. There, that scared look in his eye.
Yeah.
Oh, another great shot there.
Shut your beak. Shut your beak. I'll ventilate your head right here. Oh, fantastic.
Neckline there. I bet there was a plane out there that looked like that. That looked like that green plane.
Yeah, the Germans were working on the wing, weren't they? That looked like I think it was a Messerschmitt plane. It was what the Americans, another one they nicked, and they made the B-2 bomber, which is basically a flying wing.
Flying wing.
Yeah, and the Germans were developing one to carry a nuclear bomb to drop on New York.
Yeah.
That's how close we came to the. Was it the Man in the Iron Tower? Is that Philip K. Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Man in the High Castle.
High Castle. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man in the High Castle. Yeah, it's Philip K. Dick. Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
In another time stream, his claim was that he flitted between them consciously.
Right.
He actually believed that he could see other timelines, and that he wrote books about it. And one of those books was that book.
Yeah.
He was taking a few things, wasn't he?
I don't know that he was. He was.
Yeah.
He was strange.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Well,
But
he was
very creative as well.
Yeah, I think it was the combination of both of those.
Well, I told you I was going to go and see him. I fixed it up with his publisher. I told you this before. And I was going out there, and he died about a month before I went. You know.
Bummer.
So,
Yeah.
So I was flying out to LA to see him.
Very much a tortured soul, though. You
Yeah.
read that any of his works are just so dark and depressing. You could tell he had
Well, they're all
his
black
brain
comedies, aren't
chemistry
they?
was definitely not like
if you
everybody
read-
else's.
Yeah, if you read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which they adapted into Blade Runner, it's very dark. It's very funny. It's comedy. That's a lot of dark comedy.
Yeah,
Very good.
a lot of his stuff, or all of his stuff, was like dark and oppressive. So
Yeah,
dystopian.
dystopian. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he, if he didn't create the genre, he definitely was a major contributor to it.
One of the best Philip Dick books is called "We Can Build You," and you know he's always on about what he calls simulacrum, which is like an android. He's always on about that. They're in all his books and or most of his books. And in "We Can Build You," this is the dark humor. There's this guy, and he makes simulacrum, and he's only a small business, and the multi-conglomerates want to buy him out because he's so good. And this is referencing to what we were just saying about Dave Stevens selling to Disney. And in the "We Can Build You," the small guy, let's call him, the small businessman. He designs Abraham Lincoln, and he puts all of Abraham Lincoln's speeches and thoughts into this robot, this android. But he also puts on history beyond his death. And this guy, he's meeting these big conglomerate people for dinner at this restaurant, and they all go. And he's with Abraham Lincoln, effectively, right? So in other words, this android thinks it's Abraham Lincoln, but he also knows what happens to him, right? And when he gets there, the big conglomerate people have brought John Wilkes Booth.
Oh,
So he's sat across the table thinking he's going to shoot him at any moment. It's really funny.
Bizarre.
yeah.
Anyway,
Like I
Certainly
said,
had
his
an
brain wasn't-
imagination.
yeah.
His brain definitely wasn't wired like everybody else's. That's for sure.
No. He gets knocked out a lot, this guy, doesn't he? He's sort of real, isn't he? You know?
Yeah.
Considering he's got a helmet, though,
Yeah.
well, that was the whole point.
I used to wonder why Peter Parker wasn't smashed up as much as he maybe should have been, you know, because when he's fighting the Green Goblin all night, and then he goes to college and he's not got a mark on him.
Well, he's got the strength of a spider.
Yeah.
He's got a healing factor too.
Yes.
And
The
it's
main
just
reason
like,
for the helmet in the Rocketeer, though, was for a rudder. That's why it's got the big fin in the back.
All right.
Neck.
When he first turns the jetpack on, he can't steer it. He figures out that if he puts a big fin on the top of his head,
Right.
it'll go in whatever direction he's looking at. So,
Well, no.
Which is a bit disconcerting if you need to look around while you're frying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Much-
Yeah. He can only go forward.
Oh, look over there. Squirrel.
Exactly. What was that? Whoa. Yeah. 10 pages, 10 panels on a page, 9 panels on the second page. Yeah. Gah. Bullseye.
Some great expression stuff on this right-hand page. Look
Yeah.
at him shouting into the phone, and then him holding the phone with the silhouette of the nurse. The nurse's face as well. This is a great page.
Nurse gave him a sedative shot. She goes, bullseye. That should settle your hash for a while. That should settle your hash for a while.
No, hold on. One word, 3 syllables. Said, give. No.
Yeah. That should settle
Said,
your
give.
hash.
Oh, up the bum.
Yeah.
She's enjoying it. Look at her face. Bless her.
Look at that. Broadcasting ahead of time. Give me that.
It's like that where they're struggling over the phone though. That's masterful.
Yeah.
Like I say, that one and the one above where he's shouting into the phone and the one where her silhouette is, those 3 panels. Wow.
Where they're pulling the phone, they really are. You can feel the tension, can't you?
Yeah.
That's
This
fantastic.
it reminds me a little bit of Brian Bolland as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very clean, isn't it? Like Brian Bolland.
Because Brian Bolland would also have a mastery of that kind of interaction with people as well.
Mhm.
Brilliant stuff.
Doug says, LOL, the air resistance to that rudder would yank his head right off.
Yeah.
It's just funny books, though. So,
You know it.
yeah, sometimes you just have to let art flow over you.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Much to art's frustration. But anyway.
Yeah. He's got funny. That guy, the villain or whatever with the wide head. That's very
Yeah.
Alan Davis. That especially when
Yeah.
he's walking down the bottom left there.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like an ape.
Not just that, but he's got that silhouette
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, apey
Of a-
silhouette.
Yeah.
Yep. Of an ape. Sure, that was intentional.
Yeah, big ape.
Yeah, I don't know if you were away at the time, but the pair here are actually patterned after Ham and Monk from Doc Savage.
Ah, right, okay. Ham and Monk.
Doc Savage had 5 assistant friends, and each one had a
Right.
specialty. And Ham was
Ah.
a big lawyer, and Monk was a chemist, even though he looks like an ape. But they were constantly feuding with each other, kind of like that. Their way of showing their love for each other was arguing.
Right.
So
So this is a straight rip-off then. These two.
the characters are kind of a homage.
Ham and Monk sounds like a sandwich filling.
Yeah. Well, that was their nicknames for each other.
Right.
And Monk had a little pig for a pet, and Ham had a little monkey
Yeah.
for a pet that would get into trouble every once in a while.
That's not clever, is it? The bottom left, right-hand page, bottom left panel where the lettering goes into the border.
Here.
No, but the right-hand page, bottom left.
Here. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It crowds pretty hard there. He could have lowered that too. If he wanted to. He could have brought it down a little bit. Just enough to keep that gutter working. Great.
Kaboom.
Good thing he was able to bend his wireframes back. Holy crap.
Yeah. I wonder if that's his dad at the end there. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It might be. It's such a well done illustration. Look at that.
Yeah.
It really looks like somebody.
He's really got the sadness in the eyes, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. It's got a real look to him.
Really lovely stuff.
I'm sure that was somebody he respected and admired that he took a shot of.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the dog.
Butch.
It's 1930s. Surprise. Flipping his hat, knocking his hat off. Hey, who's that? Huh? Butch. That was probably his dog. Steven said it.
Yeah.
Theatrical lettering for the end there. Real old timey look to it, like the old movies.
Yeah.
Like the logos where the Rocketeer and the helmet and everything's just really nicely done.
Yeah, is it
Yeah,
Art
it is.
Nouveau design?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look.
Look at that plane, isn't it fantastic?
It is lovely.
It is.
I like the sheen he gets on the engine.
But back then, like it, in between, like sort of, I don't know, the Victoria era, where, and then maybe into like the 1950s, that the design, it's because everybody made things with care.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody made things with a skill and an ability and did it to the best of their ability. But also the designers were just creating beautiful things.
I
So
was going to
like
say there was
engines could look good, like houses
Yeah.
looked beautiful. Everything was beautiful, and everything looked like it had been crafted and had care put into it by a skilled person,
Yep. Yeah, had a warmth and personality to it
Yeah,
instead of like today, everything's all
yeah.
blocked out and might have
Everything
looked
looks the same, or just
I
yeah,
watched a thing last night about Naples and all the beautiful architecture there, but now it's all just full of crap everywhere and graffiti
yeah,
just
yeah.
being wrecked,
All you have to
destroyed.
do is just look at cars.
Yeah.
Look at the way that they look and how they used to look, especially American cars. But I mean, I live in an old house, and obviously, the character hasn't been completely kept inside because people redecorate and do stuff. But we've kept an awful lot of it, and
Yeah.
it's a pleasure to be in. Do you know what I mean? It's like I think that's what it is. It's like there was an enjoyment, the design of a plane or a car or a house or a building or an engine or anything. There was some kind of human creative pleasure derived from all of these things, as well as them being functional. And
Yep.
I don't think you get that anymore. Not especially not
No.
in the same way anyway. You don't.
I think it's pride in your work, isn't it? And
I think
today's
some of
world,
that.
Yeah,
today's world
absolutely.
is just throwaway, isn't it? Because things
Yeah.
don't last.
Yep.
Those
There's
cars,
a lot of throwaway stuff.
those cars you're talking about last forever, don't
Yeah.
they? But now
Yeah.
they
Well,
just last a
yeah.
couple of years,
If you look after things, they last a long time. Yeah. But it's like it also comes down to consumerism as well. It's like the more you throw away, the more you can buy, the more these companies can make money.
Yep.
That's just
Plug
the
and
way they
play.
work. Yeah, plug and play.
That's
Yeah, no, it's done in 5 years. Get rid of it, get another one.
Yep.
It's, whereas things were meant to be coveted, they were meant to be enjoyed and kept and work properly.
That's right.
That's why the maximum life of your automobile is usually the time your last payment is made.
Yeah.
When when you
Yeah.
actually own
Yeah.
the car, then the car is needs to be replaced. And I'm sure that's their objective. That started back in the 70s and 80s, though, where they were making automobiles intentionally to wear out. I think the Diamond Rio semi truck company ran into that problem because they made their trucks too good.
Yeah.
And then after a while, their sales dropped to the floor because nobody wanted new ones. Everybody had the old ones. So
yeah, that works just fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah. There we are. That great.
Now you've got electric cars that melt whole car parks.
Yeah. So that they had to take one of them and throw it into a Tesla. Back when they were protesting Teslas, they threw one into a large garbage bin and drowned it with water, and it still burned for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they don't
Just
catch
crazy.
fire. Those things turn into like magma. They're just don't do it. Electric cars. Ooh. These lines are beautiful, aren't they? Great line work.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Yep. This is what I was saying before, but they shouldn't have bothered. They shouldn't have coloured it. They should just show us this.
Yeah.
This is almost too slick.
It's Brian Bolland
Yeah.
path, isn't it? Almost photographed.
I wonder who pasted this together. This is a collection of some of his best panels out of that story. Just beautifully done.
Yeah.
The 2-page. Yeah. Reminds me of the inside covers for the Pacific Flash Gordon books that we've looked at. That has Alex Raymond stuff like this. His best shots all put together like that. Just beautiful.
That's lovely.
Done and done.
Wasn't a very big book, but I figured we needed a one-off anyway because we've had so many continuing parts. Speaking of that, this Sunday we are looking at Alan Davis's The Nail.
Oh, we're back in The Nail.
We'll finish that off. We're about halfway through it. Lots of more great stuff to look at.
It's The Nail and we are the hammer.
Yeah. But folks, that was The Rocketeer by Dave Stevens. Some of the best sequential art out there. Just a great example of comics. Done by somebody who cared a lot. Doug says you can tell the design of the pre-50s. The tools they used produced different results and inspired different looks. It often a byproduct of what you are using. Yeah. Says the same stylus pen, making different ones depending on what you choose, doesn't force you to learn a new way of holding something or use your imagination to overcome its limitations. Beautiful painted cover. I'm sure Stevens did that too. Oh, it's a whole different set of pictures, isn't it? No? No, it's the same. Just look different. It's very Art Nouveau. A lot of fun, folks. Great stuff.
Very nice.
That was the Rocketeer. We're not quite at an hour and a half yet, but we can finish it off there. It was a small book.
Yeah, I'm good.
Next week we'll be looking at some more great sequential art. I'm not quite sure what we'll look at yet, but it'll be something. I've found my Al Plastino book the other day. Ran across that on a shelf. Might look at that. That would be cool. Old Superman artist. No.
Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I was just looking at I was looking at the folds on that jacket. Yes.
Oh,
Al Plastino. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Beautiful leather look there on that. Yeah. It's not easy to do.
It's like with we're saying about Mobius and the way that leather jacket doesn't look like the same material as his trousers.
Yeah.
No.
Mobius is good at that, isn't he? When he draws that, especially that girl sitting down with that hat on. Mm-hmm. All the material looks different on her clothes.
Yeah.
That's great. But yeah, Al Plastino. Yeah, we'll look at that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Fantastic. That guy with the cap reminds me of Ted Danson.
It does, kind of. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the movie now. I remember having a hard time getting through it because it was kind of slow, but I just rewatched, I should say, New Frontier by Darwin Cook a couple days ago that DC did. And when I first watched that cartoon, I really love that graphic novel. We'll look at that here soon too. It's the origin of the Silver Age of DC Comics, where all the characters all get together and discover each other. And the world that they're in is very McCarthyistic, very anti-communist kind of atmosphere. It's a real interesting piece of work, but when they animated it, I thought it was just horrible slow. I sat through it, like I said, a couple days ago, and it moved real well. I was wondering if they had gone through and re-edited it, but apparently not. So, PBR in the house, waving. Good to see you here. PBR, thanks for stopping by. We are just getting ready to leave. Hello, we must be going. More great stuff, folks. We do this twice a week. We're here Friday mornings at, is it what, the next week? We'll be at 4:30? Glenn?
Boxing Day. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's holiday.
We're not doing Boxing Day.
No, it's Christmas Day next Thursday. Don't forget.
It's Christmas Day
All
next
depends on
Thursday,
how-
and then it's
All depends on how the fight card works out.
no. I'm definitely not doing Boxing Day. No.
Mind your referee. It's coming. Anyway.
Ding ding.
Ding ding.
No, I'll be out with a horse on Boxing Day. So
In fact,
Wait a minute. What?
Friday.
You'll be out with a horse?
I'll be out with a horse on Boxing Day. Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Reminds me of that Lewis Black is a comedian over here, routine. And he says he was sitting in a restaurant and heard a couple people in the booth next to him say, if it wasn't for my horse, I wouldn't have done that year in college. And it just kind of blew his mind. But anyway. More great stuff on the way, folks. We are archived over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. And we've been doing this for a couple of years, looking through great sequential art, wide variety of stuff, and there's still so much more to come. We're going to keep doing this until we can't. We're not monetized. We just love looking at comics and talking. So that's why we do it. We hope you enjoy it. If you do, tell your friends. So we know the majority of our viewership is away from the live broadcast, because at least here in the States, nobody wants to get up this early in the morning unless they have to. And
Stupid.
we appreciate you watching whenever you do, but whenever you do, please hit that like button. Leave us a comment if you have something, a suggestion in mind for us to look through. On the next year, I think we'll be looking at a lot of Frank Miller. We'll be looking at maybe a little Vaughn Baudet. Hopefully, we'll get that out and together. I've got some fabulous furry freak brothers we can look through. Some Carl Barks material we can look through. Great stuff coming, folks. So we've already looked at a lot of great things. Spent 4 months on Watchmen, going through it issue by issue. It's a great set of shows.
We should go through the Trigon Empire.
I don't have a copy of that. You'd have to show it off.
I can't do that.
They'd have to set you up with a second camera or something. I'd have to find a copy of it somewhere. If I run across it at a show, I'll definitely get it, just so we can look at it here. But great work. Oh yeah, I got those Dan Dares we can look through too by Hampton. Great stuff coming, folks. So Glenn, why don't you tell folks how they can find you again?
Yeah, you can find me on Amazon and New Haven Press. All my 12 books are on there. I've got 12 books, different subjects, Kennedy assassination, science fiction, children's books, all kinds of things. 12 in all. And also on Amazon, you can get my magazine, Comics Unlimited. And if you go on eBay, you'll be able to get Crikey, which was a magazine I put together in the aughts about British comics. But basically, if you just put my name in Google, something will come up and you'll see lots of things. So check it out.
There you go. Yep. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me over at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list, and we'll let you know exactly when the next issue of The Atlantean is available. Just go over to russleach.com, sign up. There you go. Have a good Christmas, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, please. 4th volume's already written. It's currently being drawn as we speak. Once it's done, we'll run the campaign for it, probably in February, because nobody's got any money in January. But I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. Deeply appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, we do this twice a week. We love doing it. We're going to keep doing it until we can't. And you can look me up wherever. If you want to talk to me directly, I'm usually on Facebook. Very, very little time on X. But Facebook's probably my main hangout at the moment. And you're always welcome. If you're in this business and part of this industry, we'd be real happy to have you on as a guest. If you want to get up this early in the morning. good luck. Anyway, hope you're not as scattered as I am and in desperate need of coffee. So,
Coffee.
Folks, again, we deeply appreciate you stopping by. Please leave a like, leave a comment. Any interaction you have with us just goes to help our algorithm, helps us be seen by more people and land on more recommended lists. And we all know that YouTube's algorithm is flaky anyway and needs all the help and get its hands on. So please hit that like button, leave a comment, whatever you have to do. Even leave a thumbs down comment if you have to. So we'd really enjoy hearing from you. Again, I can't think of anything else to say. Go visit your local retailer. Have a great Christmas. If you're not here before that, I know we'll be back on Friday. Is it Boxing Day, Friday?
No, we'll be back Sunday.
We'll be back Sunday.
We'll be back Sunday.
We'll be
and
back
then
Sunday.
next Thursday is
Christmas
this
Sunday.
Day.
Yeah.
This Sunday.
This
So
Sunday.
next Thursday is Christmas Day, and the day after
Exactly.
is Boxing Day, when neither Glenn nor I will be capable of talking.
Is that what it is? Okay.
So if you do this show without a pay, but we won't say a lot.
Do you think we should pre-record it?
I don't think anyone's watching, are they? The day after Christmas Day?
Do you not do Boxing
Nobody.
Day in America?
No.
Right.
In fact, I told you that story. I used to get my comics printed over in Canada, which was like an hour and a half away from here, across the border, just on the other side of Detroit in Windsor. And the guy over there mentioned that they were going to have Boxing Day, and I says, "Well, I hope it's a great fight card."
Right.
And he literally had to explain to me what Boxing Day was. I had no idea.
Oh,
No, that's the thing. And we'll be doing it. So, no.
That's something else you
No.
lost, Randy, when you started kicking off 200 years ago.
Yeah.
It's your own fault.
It's not my fault. I'm just here.
No, we're
It's
blaming
all
you.
my,
Yeah, we
it's not
blame
even
you.
my
That's the way it
ancestors'
works.
fault. Yeah.
We want
That's the way it works these days.
we want reparations because of your ignorance.
Because of the
There you
tea.
You get your
Blame the
reparations
ocean.
on Boxing Day, right? Anyway, that's literally where you pack up all your Christmas decorations and stick them back up in the attic, right?
No.
No, you do that on 12th night.
Wait a minute. What?
You do that on
This-
12th night.
This is turning into an Abbott and Costello routine. You know that, right?
You're supposed to do. Aren't you supposed to do it on the
It's a Boxing Day when you
January
go
or
out and you
something like
box
that?
things up.
Yeah,
If you're not
supposed-
fighting, you should be boxing things up.
You should take them down before the 6th, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Before the 6th. Yes, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have your decorations
12th.
up after the
The
5th. No,
The 12th day of Christmas.
12th day of Christmas. Yeah.
Bad luck or what? Just bad
You
tradition?
should, no, well, it's just tradition. I mean, nobody knows anything about it in this country because tradition has been completely ruined. But
Thrown out. Yep.
what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to put your decorations up on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Put your decorations up on Christmas Eve and you take them down on the 5th of January.
Most of the people over here, that's the day after Thanksgiving. They stick up their Christmas.
Yeah, you get a lot of that over here. I think people are putting them up early at the moment because they're depressed, to be honest.
Yep. Totally understand that
state of the
mentality.
country, the world
I do.
is just so shit that people are going, oh, well, let's just put some Christmas decorations up.
You definitely need some brighter colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get those Christmas decorations up while you can.
Let's drink some more Baileys. Yeah, because the communist government regime of the UK will come around and tell you, have you got a license for that Christmas tree?
Yeah.
That's coming. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
get a
either
permit.
that or we're going to have to be taxed.
Yeah.
Tax your Christmas tree. It's a Christmas tree tax.
Yeah.
You are only allowed 100 baubles. If you have more than that, you have to pay tax.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yep.
Mm.
They're actually in our state, they're looking at taxing people by the amount of travel they do on the roads.
Oh yeah, we're
Because
already
the electric
looking at
cars
that.
are coming in. Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know one of the most evil things I've ever heard was the light tax, when they used to have a long time ago. They used to make people brick up windows because they were getting too much light.
There's a window tax.
Yeah, window tax. Yeah.
One of the kings was going to bring it in,
Yeah.
and so because you see some buildings around the country, and people say, oh, they bricked up the windows. And apparently that was not what they were doing. When they were building new houses or new properties, they made the window space, but didn't put a window in it. They just had a solid wall in it, so that should the tax at some point be relinquished, they could stick a window in it later on a lot easier. That's why you see all these. That's why you see all these fillings. But apparently there was a bit of a fight with the Parliament over that one. But
like the poll tax, like the poll tax.
Yeah, like the poll tax. Yeah.
Poll tax over here is completely different.
Well,
that's
going to
usually
be different here soon.
We don't have a poll tax over here. People from Poland are free to come and go as they like.
But they don't. They stay at home now, don't they?
They don't. They stay at home now. They stay in Poland.
Just like that Boxing Day thing. I was thinking of a whole different poll, but that's...
Yeah.
Anyway. Folks, again, we deeply appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you on the next one. More fun comics to come. More fun comics in our archives. Go back there and take a look. We hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and Merry Christmas. If you're not back here, if we don't see you on Sunday, hopefully we will. Other than that, anything else? So
that's done, yeah.
What do you do on Boxing Day then?
Recover
and drink some more.
Drink some more. Well, we don't do the turkey, but people have turkey sandwiches because of the dinner before, the leftovers.
Well, you're
Bubble and Squeak. We have Bubble and Squeak on Sunday on Boxing
Wait
Day.
a minute. What's Bubble and Squeak?
Bubble and Squeak. So the leftovers you have from Christmas Day. So you've got like veg that you've cooked, and potatoes. Right. You make some more potatoes. You mash it all up, okay, and you can eat. Some people fry it like a patty, and other people put it under the grill with cheese on and grill it, and then you can have that with cold meats. That's
and you call that Bubble and Squeak, huh?
Bubble and Squeak. Aye.
I thought that's where you got shepherd's pie.
No, God, no. Shepherd's pie is mashed potato with what is it? Is it lamb?
Lamb mince and
lamb mince. Cottage pie is beef, isn't it?
Yeah. And it has the mashed potato on the top of it.
Mashed potato instead of a pie crust, you have mashed potato,
and it's very nice.
And if you really fancy, you put cheese on top as well and grill it. It's nice.
Yeah,
gotcha.
After that culinary lesson,
usually for us though, Thanksgiving is the equivalent of your Christmas dinner. I mean, that's when we have the turkey and the cranberry sauce and the stuff.
So, what do you have on Christmas Day then?
Whatever. Usually ham. If you're in the wife's family, it's a Mexican fiesta. So
right. Okay. Our Christmas
Day we make
is
those tamales.
Effectively the same kind of dinner you would have on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
And that's at the end of November. So all right.
Folks. Okay.
Lesson over. Take care, everybody. See you soon.
That's Tanya. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
We'll see ya.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is miniature. One miniature on top of the world, the next day something happens and you're not.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants? You're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow. I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
As he sits each day at his board, alone with his characters, Jack Kirby is far from lonely.
I haven't got the trappings of a circus, but there in my mind is a very active and bright and colorful place that's as good as any circus that I've ever seen. And I live with that, and I enjoy it immensely.
you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
In the time before Atlantis sank, when the lands of this world were savage and untamed, one man would claim his destiny, seizing his place as a king. After defending his throne and learning the devastating truth of the Serpent Kingdom and its deadly cults, King Kull in his right hand ruled the Spear Slayer, make a solemn vow to hunt down and destroy the hidden empire of these serpent demons. These are the tales of those journeys. This is the Atlantean. Tales inspired by the brilliance of Robert E. Howard, featuring his first barbarian characters as introduced in the pages of his classic tale, The Shadow Kingdom. Each volume contains beautifully painted covers and around 50 pages of original black and white art and story, featuring classic sword and sorcery adventures you don't want to miss. Join us on these epic adventures and sign up now for news with the email list at russleach.com. Bring your axe and prepare for battle.
Hi, would you like some headphones?
Absolutely, but how did you know my name was Phones?
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.